Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I've decided I'm going to do a little bit of a different spin. I'm not going to just do vlogs and training videos and updates on my prep. I also want to provide you guys with like an educational series. So today I'm going to be covering 5 videos, all related to prep, but hopefully this will help some of you. And yeah, enjoy. So why is off season, or why is having an off season so important? So my prep this year so far has been, I don't want to say easy because I'm suffering today, but so far so good. Compared to my other preps, this has been the easiest one so far, and I've lost a lot of weight in a short space of time. My body has responded so well, and I've not felt like that bad at all. Strength has still been good in the gym. It's only taking a dip now, and I'm halfway through, so that's pretty good going. Hunger isn't that awful either, sorry. So yeah, all in all, like it's going so well. And I believe that it's because I had such a long time away from stage. Okay, so I've got some tips to share with you guys, or just some reasons as to why an off season, is important. So it helps you build a decent amount of tissue. So say you come off stage in like October, which is what I always used to do, and then I'll then start prep in like March, April the following year. That is not a long enough time to build a decent amount of muscle and to make significant improvements. Okay, a lot of us will finish our competitive season and have to bring up our weaker areas. And as we all know, muscle takes a long time to build. And when you've just finished a competition prep, you know, your body is in a bit of a shitty state, to say the least. It is in a responsive state as well, but I do feel like having a longer amount of time to build tissue is obviously like way more optimal. So it gives you enough time to build a decent amount of tissue and actually make some improvements so that when you go on stage next time, people go, wow, that's literally like night and day, you know? So that's what I hopefully will achieve this year when I step on stage. Also, having time away from stage and prep, you get to experience life. So for me, like, bodybuilding is a massive part of my life, but it's not my identity, you know, and that's how a lot of people need to view this sport. Like, you can still be very successful and very, very competitive, but also have a life. You know, going on holidays, traveling, going out with family and friends, experiencing social occasions. I'm not talking about, you know, getting on the piss every single weekend. Of course I'm not, but I'm just saying like life experiences, enjoying different cultures. You can't do that in prep. Like prep, I'm like now locked in now until October. That's fine with me right now because I've had 3 years of like actually enjoying myself, but still making mad improvements, but just having like a life as well and experiencing normal life. I don't know if you can have a normal life being a competitor or bodybuilder, but as normal as you can make it, okay? So when you finish prep, obviously hormone levels are literally everywhere. So for females, you know, we lose our menstrual cycles. I'm sure a lot of you watching this now, you probably experienced that as well. So it's really important to have an off season so that you get your hormone levels back to where they should be, because if they're not, you know, you can experience quite a lot of health issues, and actually, you know, making gains, I'll go into another video, but making gains as a female, if you haven't had your cycle return, is going to be like harder, way harder. So actually allowing your body to get back to normality, not only like mentally, but also physically and health-wise. So you can use it to get food as high as possible, okay? So what I've done, or what I've been doing my last off season, I've just come out of, my food was at an all-time high of 3,200 every single day, even on rest days, okay? And again, this has helped me so much in my prep, but you won't be able to get your food potentially that high if you're only having like 4 or 5 months off. The longer you are in a calorie surplus, the better. Now, I'm not saying pushing through for a whole year consistently, no, because you'll gain unnecessary body fat. You might want to run like small recomp phases, which are really, really good to do. But you know, you need a good amount of time, like in a surplus, to gain some decent tissue, okay, and to get really strong in the gym again. Because when you finish prep, a lot of you will relate to me here, and through prep, your strength can be literally like flawed. You feel really, really weak, and again, this takes time. And we know with, you know, training with actual energy and with intensity, with good form, that will equal muscle gain, okay? And my last point here, okay, you can focus on business and other aspects of your life. So I've just mentioned, obviously, in the second one, you get to experience life. But when I say business, I mean, for example, for myself, like, me starting prep now has really helped my business. Like, I've got a lot more inquiries, people have really sort of bought into my journey, but you know, it can sometimes take away from, it's not taking away from my business, but what I'm trying to say is you can put everything into that one thing that you want to work on. And I've seen people do it before. They keep doing prep, you know, they're prepping year upon year, and their businesses start to suffer, their relationships start to suffer, you know, and that's really, really important that, well, it's important that we don't suffer. So you can focus on like business, you know, building your relationships and friendships back up after a prep. So yeah, that's kind of like my kind of like top 5 tips as to why off season is so important. So hopefully that's helped some of you.